Welcome back to the channel. What a great way to start off 2023 here with the 2023 Kona. And if you guys are in the market for a Hyundai product, be sure to check out Homestead Hyundai and ask for the manager Darwin. He will get you into your next vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Kona N. Starting price is at $34,700. This one includes destination, which puts the total price at $36,295. Like I mentioned, what a great way to start off 2023 by filming the Kona N. This is the most powerful production Kona that money can buy as of this filming. My model is painted in this black exterior paint, which also has the red accents around this vehicle. Looking at the headlights here, on the upper portion here is going to have this full LED turn signal with this LED daytime run light. I think all models of the Kona do come standard with full LED headlights here with this automatic low and high beam. This area right here is going to be functional to push air around the vehicle. And there's this red accented trim here at the front lip splitter. The grille does have this nice blacked out look to it with the 3 individual slots here. And there's the Hyundai logo front and center with the N badge, just in case someone wants to know what kind of model of the Kona that you have. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Kona. And to me, it's very aggressive. I love the nice design cues that Hyundai offers here with the N model. But looking at the side profile, this has a 102.6-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 165.9. So it's right on par with some of the other hot hatches in this actual segment. And this vehicle does offer 6.8 inches of ground clearance. And one of the best rim designs that you guys can get on the Kona here. I love the multi-spoke with the chrome and also with the gray finish here. These are a 235/40 P0 all-season tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design with the red brake calipers there, which has the N logo there. Even on the center cap, you do get the N badge there. And there's some red accented trim here on the actual rocker panels. And this is LED side marker. And sadly, the Kona N does not come with a sunroof, but there's these somewhat aerodynamic roof rails here. And Hyundai pays very close attention to detail because you get this N logo here, the rocker panel. I wish Hyundai would probably have painted red. That would have been a nice touch to basically see it. You have to kind of squint to see that N. But looking at the rear of the vehicle, very aggressive design cues here. Full LED turn signals and incandescent reverse light with these full LED brake lights there. It says Kona. There's the Hyundai logo, which I wish Hyundai would have blacked it out just like in the front. And there's the N badge there. The rear diffuser is very aggressive looking with that red accented trim. But let's take a listen to the actual exhaust. As you guys can hear, this thing sounds like a freaking beast. And there's the backup camera there. Open up the cargo back here. This has a manual opening tailgate. Once it opens up, it reveals 19.2 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, Hyundai does give you some underfloor storage. And once you fold down the rear seats, that expands the cargo to 45.8 cubic feet of space. And I forgot to mention the most important thing on the Kona N is this very aggressive rear spoiler. Looking at the key fob here for the Kona, and this has a lock, unlock, remote start, and a panic button. The key does feel nice to hold in my hands, but to engage the remote start, just lock the vehicle and hold this button here. You guys will hear that 2-liter come to life. It has a nice snarl from it. And to unlock the vehicle, just rest your hand here. And to lock it, just rest your finger there. To unlock the vehicle. But let's talk about this interior here. My model does have this black interior with this blue stitching here with these exclusive end seats here, which looks really nice. But let's talk about the door panel materials really quick. Give me this nice soft touch rubber material here with this black painted door handle. It is automatic up and down only for the driver and passenger. There's your window controls and are there. This also has the Harman Kardon sound system storage here in the door pocket, which has a cup holder. It's going to be nicely padded here. It does have the N badge in the actual door sill. Your seating control, lumbar support is there. But getting inside the Kona here, like I mentioned, this vehicle does offer 6.8 inches of ground clearance. But shutting the door sounds very solid here. Let's talk about the screens in this vehicle here. This is a 10.25-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's not wireless. You still have to use the cable here in order to connect your phone and whatnot. But let's look at the instrument cluster here. You can customize this display here by pressing this button here to show you your driver's assistance tech, your oil temperature, engine temperature, your driver information, your sense refueling, also your digital speed. Go again, there's a compass, your tire pressure, and like I mentioned, your driver assistance tech. You swipe it down and go, it shows you your turbo, your torque, also your lap time and whatnot. So this vehicle is capable of going on a track. Also your G meter is there. The materials on the dashboard here are going to be a hard touch plastic, but it's going to be an area that you're not going to be touching. That rubber material is continued onto the dashboard here as a volume and tune knob. Also shortcut buttons here. Looking at the Hyundai interface here, you also have your N mode here. It's exclusive to the N model here to show you your different things like throttle, oil temperature, engine temperature, lap time, your circuit and whatnot. So you guys can put this on an actual track and whatnot. So it's different racetracks, like right here in my local area. This one's showing the Homestead Miami Speedway. It's 2.2 miles. You can also, you know, do a whole lap time and whatnot. So it's nice that Hyundai gives you this type of stuff. There's your brake, which is there. So you can customize this to your liking. You can show it on the full page, or you can do a split screen. The split screen here shows you your time, a compass, your calendar, weather, your Apple CarPlay. So you guys can, you know, do a split screen if you would like and whatnot. So it's nice that Hyundai does give you this specific page here on the Kona N. The touch response is very responsive. This is their BlueLink infotainment system. This also has a single zone climate control. Looking down here is going to be a USB charging port, 12 volt. My iPhone 14 Pro Max does fit in a wireless phone charger. There's an N on the actual shift knob here. Kicking it down to go into reverse, it does reveal a backup camera. There's trajectory and distance markers. Kicking down here and to drive over to the left, there's a manual mode here, and you also have paddles here in the actual steering wheel, which is really nice. But putting the vehicle back into park, push this button here. Now you guys can go into the actual N mode here and press this button right here. It gives you 20 seconds of overboost, which is really nice. You guys can also customize, you know, the drive mode here. You can put them into custom 1 or N. Press this here. You guys can go back into a quieter mode, and you guys can technically you guys can go into a quiet mode once you press this side here. You can click it to go into sport, to go into snow, eco, and normal. So you guys don't never really have to touch the actual drive mode selector. Over here's your traction control. There's 3 level heated seats here, no cool seats. There's some blank buttons here. Nice leather and stitching here on the shifter here. But like I mentioned, press this button here, it gives it this nice graphic, which is really nice. That thing sounds freaking good. Over here is going to be your driver's assistance tech, your volume and voice controls are here. The Hyundai logos on the airbag cover. The steering wheel does have a nice thick feel to it. Your hazard button is there. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer a good amount of storage in there. The materials, like I mentioned, is going to be pretty decent. The seats in here, like I mentioned, they're exclusive to the N. The nice N badges there, nice blue stitching, suede Alcantara in the center, and aggressively bolstered seats here. There's this traditional handbrake here, so you guys can do those J turns and whatnot. Looking at the center armrest here, it does reveal a good amount of storage in there, and it's going to be nicely padded here. Above me, there is no standard size sunroof. It does have this woven like material here, and it's going to be incandescent lighting throughout the cabin. Press this here, it does reveal the sunglass holder there. But overall, the interior of the Kona N is very impressive. I like the nice large screens here, and I like that it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But once again, Hyundai and Kia and Genesis are working on a wireless system, but sadly it's not available on the Kona N as of this filming. Even though this is a high performance hatch here, this vehicle still offers practical space here for rear passengers. I like the nice seating material that Hyundai puts in the back seat with the beautiful stitching here. It has a suede Alcantara insert there. The seats feel very high quality and very plush. Let's talk about the door panel materials here. It's gonna have this nice rubber material with this black painted door handle here. The switchgear feels really good, and there's some storage here in the actual door pocket. It's gonna be nicely padded here. But getting into the back seat of the Kona N, like I mentioned, this vehicle does offer 6.8 inches of ground clearance, so it does have a pretty decent SUV step-in height. There's only one mat pocket back here for rear storage. There's one USB charging port, a little bit of storage here. The floor back here is not completely flat, but you can fit a middle passenger here if you would like. And I have tons of headroom space here, and it's going to be incandescent lighting throughout this interior. Pulling this armrest down here, it does reveal two cup holders with a nice padded area here. Even though this vehicle looks small on the outside, it does offer tons of interior space. Let's take a look underneath the hood of the Kona, and this is Hyundai's most powerful Kona as of this filming. This is Hyundai's corporate 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 276 horsepower. Once you guys press that button on the actual steering wheel, it will give this vehicle an overboost of 20 seconds, making it give this vehicle 286 horsepower. This vehicle also has 289 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with an 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. This is the only transmission choice that you guys can get on the Kona N as of this filming. Hyundai sadly does not offer a manual version of the Kona, but as this vehicle sits here, it still remains front-wheel drive, and it weighs in at 3,300 pounds. Let's talk about fuel economy here for the Kona N. Even though this is a performance SUV here, or hot hatch, it doesn't take too much of a hit at the fuel pump. This is ready to get 20 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 23 combined. This vehicle also has a 13.2 gallon gas tank. So starting off in the 2023 Kona N, and I have it in this N mode here. Oh, this thing sounds freaking fantastic. So we're going to talk about the powertrain specs. This is Hyundai's corporate 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 276 horsepower and 289 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed dual clutch transmission, so it's pretty fast dual clutch. But let's come to a stop here, right? Like I mentioned, having it in shift mode here. If I remember correctly, you just press this button here and it gives you 20 seconds over boost. And there's a countdown, so you guys can constantly do this over and over again, and you're not gonna make the vehicle overheat and whatnot. This vehicle is capable of going on a track. Keep in mind, like I showed you guys, and that exhaust sounds pretty damn good. And it's so simple to go into the overboost. Like I mentioned, it gives you 20 seconds of overboost, making this vehicle push 286 horsepower. And once it having its overboost mode, and visibility wise, great visibility out of this vehicle. You also have blind spot monitoring, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, so you don't lose the tech that you guys want in your everyday Kona, especially for your everyday commute. This is ready to get 20 in the city, 27 on the highway, and 23 combined. But this thing literally puts a smile on your face. And that dual clutch is so fast to shift. Oh my god. And I like when you're in the N mode, it shows your oil temperature, engine temperature. So just in case the vehicle were to get overheated, it will show you that in the actual display here. And these displays are very bright, very modern looking here. There are two 10.25 inch displays. And this vehicle does have a very stiff ride quality. It doesn't beat you up. It doesn't feel like I'm driving something that's too harsh to everyday commute. But if you guys don't want to drive it in its in mode all the time, you can just press the button to the left here, and it simmers down the exhaust, and you're just basically driving a Kona, an everyday Kona basically. The chassis gets a little bit unstiffened compared to when it's in its in mode here. But visibility wise, like I mentioned, it's great visibility. The seats are perfect here for the driver and passenger. They're 3-level heated seats, no cool seats, sadly, and there's no sunroof option on the Kona. And I think Hyundai didn't want to mess with the rigidity or the structure of this vehicle. That's why they didn't offer the Kona N with a sunroof. But you do have lots of head clearance there. So if you guys are over 6 feet tall, you can sit in this vehicle once you adjust the seat. Me, I have the seat lifted up just a little bit because I am short. But the tech in this vehicle, like I mentioned, is very responsive here with their Blvd system. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Performance-wise, this vehicle is a true beast in this segment. It competes against the Golf R, the Type R, which I haven't driven the newer version of the Type R, but I've driven the Golf R, which that vehicle performs really good with the manual. You can also get it with a DCT as well, or dual clutch transmission. This one only comes equipped with the dual clutch. You guys can get a manual. Sadly, Hyundai does not give you that, but you guys know, save the manuals. That's a kind of like a dying breed segment now, because a lot of people don't buy manual cars, sadly. But if you guys want to get a manual in, you have to look at the Elantra, and that comes with a manual. Hopefully, guys, fingers crossed, I will be reviewing that vehicle very soon once the dealership gets one in stock. They do have a DCT in the showroom, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do that, but the Kona N still offers practicality. You can put your family and your friends in here, put stuff in the actual cargo area. But one more time, just before I end the driving scene here, I put it back into this in mode here. And this thing will put a smile on your face. Keep in mind, front wheel drive on the Kona N is still gonna be standard. After spending time with the 2023 Kona N, this vehicle offers great acceleration. It does have a very firm ride quality. If you guys don't mind the firm ride quality, I think the Kona is still a very practical SUV here from Hyundai, especially with it being the N model here. I love the beautiful exterior styling, the multi-spoke wheels, the nice brakes that this vehicle offers. With that being said, this vehicle offers tons of warranty if you guys are looking for a performance hot hatch in this segment. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the 2023 Kona N. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notification. And I will see you all in the next video.